welcome to my channel. My name is Charla, and here I share tips, tricks, and hacks for you to continue being a Bomb.com mom. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Coming back, welcome back. I'm happy to see you. Today's topic is going to be self-care, because the most important person, don't tell your kids this because they're not going to get it, but honest to goodness, the most important is you. That's right, it's you. So I've talked about spending time with your children and quality time with your children, and I talked about pouring into everyone else's bucket. But how can you pour into someone else's bucket if your bucket isn't full first? Today is going to focus on self-care. Number one, are you practicing it? And number two, if you're not, let's talk about it. So, self-care. What is it? That term is being thrown around. What does it really mean? It literally just means you taking care of yourself. What does that look like for you? Does it look like a bubble bath? Does it look like a nap? For me, it looks like a nap some days. Other days, it looks like going out and getting lunch with my girlfriends. Other days, it looks like going to get a pedicure. It might simply just be watching some Netflix. By myself though, like I don't really want anybody there. Maybe my husband can come and one of my children, as long as they're quiet, because this is my me time. I gave you your time already. Now I'm going to pour into myself. Do you take care of yourself? Do you? How about the basics? Are you drinking enough water? Are you getting enough sleep in? Are you moving your body? Getting a little exercise in? How about your relationships? How are they? Are they healthy? Are they reciprocal? Do you feel love from your relationships? All of these are important pieces of self-care. See, sometimes we think about self-care and we think about the things that we do for ourselves and the way we pamper ourselves. But self-care goes much deeper than that. It literally means loving on yourself. Self-care for me is meditating every morning for at least 10 minutes. I need that. If you're around me, you need that for me too, because it makes me a better person, right? My kids need me to take care of myself, because if I'm not taking care of myself, I promise you, if I'm not happy, they're not going to be happy with me. I can't give them something that I don't even have. I make sure that I take the time out to do the things that I need for myself that I can give to my family freely, openly. And my family, they get the overflow. Honestly, they don't just get my little bit. No, they get what's left over. There was a point in my life where I was very stressed out and extra overwhelmed. Now, I'm not saying that I don't get overwhelmed or stressed out now, but what I'm saying is it happens very rarely, whereas it used to be every day, or at least every other day. It just felt heavy. I had the responsibility of everyone's well-being that was in my household, right? And so I'm making sure that everyone else is okay, but I'm not okay first. Am I really making sure everyone is okay? Do I really have that in me to give? I don't. It's like when you take a flight, they're explaining to you what to do in case of an emergency. You're putting your oxygen mask on first. Why? Because you can't put anyone else's mask on if you can't breathe. Maybe one person, maybe. But think about how many people you could save if you put your mask on. Self-care is the exact same way. So let's talk about a few ways that we can do self-care. Everyone needs different things. What you need might be a bubble bath. You might need a pedicure. You might need a massage. You might need to go out for mimosas. Self-care, baby. Self-care, don't care. It's really important to do the things that make you happy. If you don't know what that is, figure it out. Think about the things you used to do before you were a mother. Gasp, right? Because who the heck remembers before we were moms? I know I'm not alone in this one. There was a time in my life where I literally was no longer Charla. I was mom, I was wife, I was daughter, I was sister, I was student, I was employee, but I wasn't Charla. I wasn't me. I didn't even know what that looked like because I was so busy fulfilling everyone else's needs and playing all of these roles. I forgot to get in touch with my star player, which is me. And so things started to slack. I was not happy. I was cranky. I would snap. Come on, somebody. I'm not talking about you. Talk about me. Talk about me. Okay? I didn't want to spend time with my children. I was exhausted. I wasn't sleeping enough. I was definitely eating enough. I wasn't spending enough time doing the things that made me happy. I wasn't doing things that fulfilled me. I definitely wasn't walking in my purpose because don't get me wrong. I love being a mother. I love being a wife. I did enjoy being a student for the most part. I cannot say that I love being an employee. I am not going to lie about that. But I did like earning money. So we will say that. What was I doing that I truly loved? Nothing. Years ago, I started to think about that. Like, well, what do I like to do? What do I want to do? Don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed my life, but it was stressful. Not that there's not stressors that I have now, but because of the self-care regimens that I have set in place for myself, the stress hits less. When you are enjoying the things that you do for you, you now have the capacity to do things for someone else. Let's talk about a few of the things that I like to do as self-care. Number one on my list, I eat healthy because I started to notice how my body reacted when I was putting things into it that didn't necessarily agree with it, and they didn't fuel me and help me move forward. Do not get me wrong, I love some snacks, but what I also noticed was sometimes when I was eating those snacks, I would lag. I would get more tired. It didn't necessarily fuel me and spark me up and make me happy. You know, for the long run, it made me happy in the moment, but what benefit is being happy in the moment when we've got an entire lifetime to live? Number two, I get my sleep. I don't play. Ever since I turned 20 plus 18, girl, I go to sleep. Don't you remember those days where you could party, no sleep? Remember those days? I do too. Now I'm like, nap, another nap, snack, another nap, sandwich, water, nap, all sleep. That's where I am now. The next one, my relationships. That's a part of self-care. You've got to have healthy relationships, from your life partner to your friends to your family and your children. And honestly, that relationship that you have with yourself, the number one on the list. You've got to love you some you. And I know I love me some me, right? I want your life partner to be loving you and treating you right and treating you like the precious gift that you are. Your family. Sometimes family can be a little toxic. And it's okay to tell them, hey, I love you, but I don't like the way that you're treating me. It doesn't feel good. And then take it from there. The next one, friendships. Are your friendships two-sided or one-sided? Do they treat you the way you want to be treated? I'm not going to say that we're perfect and that there won't be issues in different relationships, but there are some situations that aren't necessarily just issues. It's just unhealthy. And you'll know. You'll know what you don't want. You'll know what you don't like. And then our relationship with our children. Are they running you ragged? Are they getting on your last nerve? Yeah. You've got to cultivate that relationship right there. If they're getting on your last nerve, chances are you're getting on their last nerve too. I know. Oh, you ain't want to hear that. I know. Won't like hearing that. Won't like hearing that. That the problem might be with us. Ouch. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me. And I'm telling you what happened with me and what I learned about myself. If it helps you, awesome. If this isn't you, keep on going. Keep on going. But you've got to make sure that your relationships are healthy. The next one, I drink water. I know. Got a bottle right here. Let me tell you something that water did for me. And this is just what water did for me. Water literally changed my life. Water does so many things. It helps you think. Sometimes when I have brain fog, I don't reach for coffee anymore. I drink water. It keeps my body moving. Sometimes when my body feels really stiff, especially like in the mornings, drink a little bottle of water. I'm a brand new girl. It's like pour some oil on me. Pour some oil on me. The next one. I am very conscious of my time, who I spend my time with, what I spend my time doing. There was a point in my life where I would spend my time with the wrong people, people that weren't necessarily going in the direction that I wanted to go with my life, people that didn't celebrate me, even though I'd celebrate them, and I was giving my time to them. And when I woke up and realized, girl, your time is too precious to be wasted on people that don't reciprocate the love that you give. I don't. Right? I also don't spend my time doing things that don't necessarily take me forward, make me feel good, or make me happy. I'm not saying that every single thing that I do makes me happy. I mean, gosh, burpees, who wants to do them? Not me. That's probably why I don't. But anyway, if I did, I promise you I wouldn't like it. That's all I'm saying. But when I say spending my time doing things that I don't want to do or I don't like doing, for instance, if someone invites you somewhere and you don't want to go, guess what you can say? No. Do you know that you can say no? I promise you, 2020 is when I just figured out, like, whoa. I can say no. This is brand new and I like it. No. Well, why not? Because I don't want to. Simple as that. I don't want to. No. Nah. However you want to say it. Say no. Another thing is, I am very conscious of the things that I ingest mentally, meaning I don't spend a lot of my time watching drama, like real life drama. I don't spend my time entertaining that. I don't spend a lot of time watching the news. I am up on current events, but to ingest the news on a regular basis, can't. And I don't want to, because it doesn't make me feel good, you know? It makes me feel like, yeah, like that. Did you see it? That's anxious. That's watching, that's seeing what's going on, what's next, what's wrong. I don't want to feel like what's going on, what's next, what's wrong. I want to feel like, hey, oh, hey, That's how I want to feel all the time. Not saying that I'm always going to feel like, hey, but that's my goal. Not only do I not put in negative things, I make sure that I put in positive things. I read books. I absolutely love digital books because I can listen to them while I'm headed into work. Or bonus, when you're listening to those audiobooks and you're in the car with your kiddos are getting that knowledge too. And you can teach them things that they're not necessarily teaching in school. Some schools, yes, but our typical public schools, they're not teaching. So I take those opportunities and I double whammy, give it to my babies too. Another thing that I do is I literally take care of myself. I like to look good. I like to smell good. I like to feel good. I like to get facials. I do my own facials at home. Shout out to Quarantine for teaching me. Girl, you are an esthetician. Girl, you are a nail artist. Girl, you are lonely. Very lonely. Anyway, I know I'm not the only one. Don't get me wrong. Quarantine is really where I figured out who the heck I was. Turns out, I don't like people very much. Do not tell people how I feel, okay? I feel like that's just between me and you. That's our secret. It turns out peopling is not my jam. Don't get me wrong. I love people and I love to mingle. I love to have a good time. I love good conversations. I just love synergistic energy. I absolutely love the time that I had to recharge, recenter, and really figure out what I wanted out of life. Turns out it's more quarantine. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. But anyway, I digress. Another thing that I do for self-care is I am easy on myself. Imagine if your friend, came to you and said, I messed up. Now, we do have some friends where we're going to say, girl, what you do, why you do it, I told you not to. Yes, we may have one of those friends. But typically, if Susie Q comes up to you and says, I messed up, you're not just going to say, dang, Susie Q, what's wrong with you? No, you're not going to do that. You're going to say, Susie Q, it's okay. You'll get them next time. Don't worry. It'll work out. Don't worry. You're going to give her grace. You're going to give her peace. You're going to be calm with her. You're going to be gentle with her. And you're going to give her some love, right? Because she's your friend. Well, guess who else is your friend? You. You are your own best friend. Yes. Yes. Yes, bestie. You are your own best friend. So when you mess up, guess what you need to tell yourself? Oh, girl, it's okay. Don't worry, you're going to do better next time. Oh, yeah, you really shouldn't have spoke to your husband like that. Nah, yeah, I know. I know he dumb. I know. But you still can't be talking to him crazy. You need to lead with love. Lead with love. If you can't lead with love, baby, leave. Get out. Go take a break. Go take a nap. Another nap. Snack. That's what you need. You need a nap or a snack or both. For me, it's usually both. Maybe a hug, right? Another thing that I do, I take care of my soul. Yes, I take care of my heart. One way that I do that is by meditating. I try to make sure that I do it every morning. Do I get to do it every morning? No. Is that okay? Yes. Would I like to do it every morning? Yes. Is that definitely one of my goals? Yes. Am I going to forgive myself if I don't? Yes, I am. Don't tell me that I really don't be doing it every day. But definitely, I'm gentle with myself. And I say, girl, it's okay. You can do it later. Tomorrow. Girl, it's okay. You can do it next week. Girl, it is okay. Gentle. Another thing that I do, I pray. I talk to God every day. I just talk to him because I need it. Another thing that I do, I take care of my business. That can look like many different ways. For me, it looks like making sure my business is in order, my family is in order, I am in order, making sure things run smoothly. I set goals, I make them achievable. I don't give myself too many goals at one time. I pace myself. I dream like this. And I've got so many things that I want to do. Something that I learned is that you have to shrink that down into bite-sized pieces, right? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. I do plan on being just like Oprah when I grow up, but I can't just go out and say, well, it's time to be Oprah. No, baby steps. Baby steps still move you forward. When I set my goals, if I don't make them, that's okay. I'm still kind to myself. It's okay, girl. You didn't make it. Maybe it wasn't meant for you to make it. Maybe God had a different plan for you. It's time to go in a different direction. This is the most important thing on the list. I have a good time. I'm a mom, so it's not like I can go out and I used to when I was young. Because remember those days? Girl, I don't want to talk about it. I can't talk about it on here. My kids might watch this video. Back in the day, when we could party hard. Now, I've never really been a party, but I sure was a good time haver all day. All day, every day. Now, I make sure that I schedule fun for myself. I love to decorate. Now, I'm not saying that I just make time every day to decorate. Like, that's cray-cray, right? But what I am saying is fun can be absolutely anything. Do you like to paint? You like to draw? Do you like to play games? Do you like to golf? What do you like to do? I love to go on dates. I go on dates with my friends, with my children, with my husband. We have fun. I also love to travel with my family, alone with my friends. I like to have a good time. And I schedule that in purposefully. And let's just say I can't get away and do something. Well, I'm about to do something fun in my house. It might be SVU. Usually is SVU. Stop judging me. Are you judging me? You better not. I like Law and Order. I like SVU. So having fun can be absolutely anything. Those are just a few of the things that I do. Take some time out and make sure that you are loving on yourself, caring for yourself, filling your own bucket so that when you go to pour into other people's bucket, it's not depleting you. So tell me what you guys are doing for self-care down in the comments. If you found something helpful in this video and you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. If you think that another parent might find this helpful, please share. And if you like the content, subscribe. Bomb.com moms. It's good to see you. I'm so glad you're back. And if this is your first time, thank you so much for coming to see me. I hope to see you soon. And until next time, peace and love.